ish of Rivals 2 being released is gotten a lot of people feeling really excited, very energized about the game, myself included. I'm very excited for this one. GREMLINMAN back on the Orcane versus HealsGood, playing my favorite, the Clairen.
Yeah, and these two are kind of staples, right? Like, we've seen them experience so much success at Rivals 2 offline brackets. I know like Heals got in the top 4 at Hitfall 3. Yep. GREMLINMAN reached a top 16 finish at Riptide. Like, these are two kind of established competitors and successful competitors at that, getting another chance to go right at each other. And so far, it's gonna be a pretty good one if the early parts of this game number 1 has anything to say about that.
Yeah, this is one of those like crazy matchups that I think is super, super volatile. Obviously, Orcane is hard to pin down, but once you get a good advantage state with Clairen, things just kind of follow up on each other. You can do a lot of like unique things and kind of like catch your opponent off guard. Still, you know, the escape options, it's hard to edge guard this character sometimes. So Orcane has the ability to really set things up and get the big payouts as well here on ledge. Clairen, still, you can't delay forever off stage, but you can at least get yourself set up with something nice here. Catching that underneath on the puddle as well. That's a little bit of the cheeky stuff. It's like, hey, look, I'm on your puddle. And like, hey, you're not going to be able to do anything about this.
Yeah, just instantly getting that Dacus ripped in order to close down the stock. Both players finding some pretty nice callouts early in the game here. On the side of Heals, it was largely for damage and largely for coverage, but for GREMLINMAN, it was a whole stock taking up strong thanks to a jump call out at ledge. Only takes one in order to get really far ahead here, and Heals is looking for that one, playing the moonwalk to cover both the ledge, then back to the puddle was clean.
That was so clean, like just dancing all over the stage. I love to see it. Unfortunately, it's still not enough to really put Orcane down just yet. You see he's putting up a hell of a fight, setting up that puddle right underneath, and as soon as he sees you drop that shield, he knows time to go for that bobble pop, trying to get that down special to work its magic.
Yeah, just barely missing on that tipper up air as well. Was close. That will not as often seen ledge special as the Orcane ledge special has gotten a lot of like instant, like, oh, how do we counterplay this? A lot of times it's just people holding shield through it, recognize and react. But we've seen GREMLINMAN go for a whole lot more delays and disguises on a lot of his ledge options on top of the more routine get-up attacks that we've been seeing a lot from him.
Right.
I'm honestly surprised both of our players are still alive right now. Where did he go? Oh, okay, there he is.
I thought he vaporized. I was like, wait, did he just like die? Was that what happened? He just like, no, he just disappeared for a brief moment. That's cool. Well, we'll take it. It's a baby. Don't worry about it. But fine. Hey, we're going to get the counter on the bubbles, and that's the way to play this matchup if there ever was one. Because look at that. No puddle for you, buddy. You're in my dirty bubble.
No puddle, no fun zone, no nothing in the no fun zone. Oh, 178 though. This is massive damage. Trying to apply some pressure with the up air, just committed a little too hard. Anticipated a jump perhaps.
And did get caught by the bubbles from behind as well. Unfortunate. Got to be ready to parry or counter at any given opportunity, just because you know that they're looking for that as the secret strat, but it's really not that secret. We all know what you want.
They want one thing, and it can be gross. Oh, the 56% off of that platform extension. Nice stuff on the side of Heals. Playing a little bit of the back foot, but percent almost never feels like a lead in this game. You can just move so quickly, and even with that hitfall fair one up strong, just barely whiffing, we're still finding so many tippers. That was fair 2 that time that ended up getting the tipper. Yeah.
That's good because you know you can catch fair 1 and then you sometimes just have to hit fall it or else take a hit fair 2 not tippering, and then you're just like, ah, dang it. But this time we're catching that side special. We saw a lot of that to try to just like quickly get back to ledge, but it is still vulnerable because you don't immediately snap to ledge, right? So this time, after like 3 or 4 of those, I feel HealsGood was just ready for it this time. It was like, look, I'm not going to let you side special your way back to ledge height just like that. So really nice stuff. I feel like the down strungs have been super good for him, especially on stage as well, because you never know which side Orcane's going to end up on you. You know, the cross-ups are always there in potential, so.
Yeah, Clairen is uniquely capable of, against a lot of characters, like really hounding some of their quintessential recovery routes. Not just in the sense of like, oh, I down tilt Zetterburn's recovery. It's like, okay, congratulations, you can edge guard Zetterburn. But like being able to counterplay like Orcane's various teleport mix-ups and various puddle shenanigans, thanks to the range on things like down tilt and down strong, is really, really awkward for Orcane to work around. And we're really seeing that time and time again from heals on top of the other staple parts of these matchups. Like if the no fun zone is up, that shuts down so much of Orcane's mix-up game.
That's true. Avoiding that dash attack with the bubbles again. With your back to the puddle, I feel like HealsGood has been caught a lot of times, but we're still staying alive. Look at all of that sliding power as you run in. It feels so oppressive, and yet HealsGood stayed alive through all of it. Still staying alive now. A great tech roll in to try to regain some stage control. Tried to reset, try to slow it down, but no way. GREMLINMAN is going to completely smother you, completely turn up the heat again.
Yeah, putting up all of these different puddles and droplets going by and by, but he's still winning on the small game though. Down tilt as a check, stuffing out one more puddle. Oh, but here comes the damage. GREMLINMAN with an opening, but misses the back air follow-up, and it allows Heals to regain control.
Okay, now we gotta wait. Yep, a quick grab, finding more here. Clairen tries to take to the skies, but that's not safe from Orcane either. Gotta watch out. Instantly goes into the bubble pop as well. Back air into Chomp. Really nice forward tilt conversion there. And then we nair just below the ledge. This is it. That's the tough part. Clairen, very lackluster recovery sometimes when you get her out of her jump. When you take that jump, it feels like things get a lot easier. You still can go for the side special, wall jump, all that kind of stuff. At the same time, I feel like Orcane has lots of moves to deal with those.
Oh, the puddle drop was a nice mix-up, but I completely agree, Nerf. Like, just Orcane being able to simply say, like, run off Nair is an option, or even just, like, run off Bubble with, like, forward air or something. Like, those are devastating to a Clairen recovery that is very, very reliant on saving the jump or finding some offstage reversal with something like a side special.
That's true. Oh, but here we go.
Yes.
Beautiful spacing on the dash up. Yeah, the Dacus is going to be a really, really nice option here. Always, especially off of these follow-ups. But hey, look, we got them on both sides. We're going to keep running in and going for our anti-airs from ground. Our strongest ones at that. Catches almost a snipe with the bubble, but I love the side special here from HealsGood.
Trying to play as careful as possible around all of these potential kill moves or even just setup moves. Oh, we're teleporting to the other bubble, and that's going to give Heals a massive opening that he converts into a multitude of up airs, sour up airs as well, not trying to get the tipper to stay as close as possible for yet more follow-ups. 62%, but that Nair out of shield. Again, buffed to frame 3 in this beta, and it is looking like it.
Yeah, it is a little crazy, but it is something that GREMLINMAN has been using very, very efficiently and effectively, I think. We've seen a lot of it both on stage and off. It's been a really useful tool, and of course having something that quick, something you can run off with off stage and an edge guard potential is really good against Clairen, who, you know, sometimes doesn't want you to take the extra effort to go off stage after her, because then she has to side B at the right time, and then things get a little bit more predictable on your side. So yeah, it's tough, but we're going to go die Delta, all good. See what happens here with the biplat stage as we enter into this next one. Clairen still trying to do some work here, but it's even.
Yeah, we're just taking our licks, taking our early percent lumps back and forth. Oh, that jab spacing was so good.
Yeah, so important here for Clairen.
Always. Like, it's a critical part of her move because not only is a powerful poke, a potential combo starter with the tipper, but also safe from parry as well.
Right. Yeah, being able to jab parry and still get away with it is really nice. It is your kind of get out of jail free card on that option if people do decide to use parry, which we haven't seen too much of tonight, and I don't think we will see too much from these players either, but always a chance. The movement is just so good, and it is only getting better, man.
Yeah, you're trying to stay as mobile, like have that instant defensive option and shield that parry in Rivals of Aether 1 typically is what it would be, and man, the heals I feel like is making stuff up as he goes.
And I think that's the fun part of Clairen. It's just like you can just like keep going crazy, like keep pushing the limits, pushing the boundaries of what this character can do, and like showing that this character is not to be trifled with. Do not sleep on this character.
Yeah. You can't, especially after so many solid players are picking up Clairen and finding success with her. You know, we've got Heals, we've got Boyko, we've got a dozen others that are just
even
playing.
Stango's secondary. Yeah, Stango's secondary Clairen. Yeah.
You know, Riptide. There was a I forgot the name of the player, but who was able to overcome Uda as well. Just so many good. There's so many good Clairens.
For sure. This is just only getting better. And still, Orcane, like I mentioned, it is a bit of a volatile matchup. You know, you take a lot of damage, but the bubbles make things a lot harder for Clairen because, you know, one little bit of hit stun and she can't get her spacing. It does throw a wrench into her game plan. And wow, that delay on the fall with the up air is so good. It's a lot of pressure here, especially with the belly hit of it. Gotta do more here, though.
Yeah, steadily but steadily evening this game up. Tries for a huge like side special mix up there. Maybe reading a spot dodge, but no dice.
What?
The down strong reached.
How the heck did that hit? How the heck? That must have been a hurt box extension or something.
Big tail.
Like,
big tail.
I don't. Oh my god. Feeling like a whale in this situation. I don't know. That was so rough. And the wave land on into the grab. Love the empty landing. Good stuff.
So we're seeing GREMLINMAN commit to still focusing on the offstage game, being that X factor, the get up attack, no jump, but still has the wall jump, commits to full on stage drift and gets away with it. Heals anticipating a ledge grab from this Orcane and GREMLINMAN, but GREMLINMAN just didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a missed opportunity, but that's okay. We get a second chance here, throwing off that a little water gun. What can you say? It's just going to be one of those things that it does have the projectile nature. It can hit you. It doesn't set up the puddle or anything, but it has a twofold process where you can actually get something set up here. Now we get the puddle on ledge as well. It's still hard to edgeguard Clairen sometimes if you grab ledge too early, because then you have to let go or else you'll get hit.
Yeah, being a little bit too quick, and the timing mix-up from the HealsGood has been really good, but the on-stage game, in order to give so many opportunities, has been even better on the side of GREMLINMAN, just winning neutral time after time, but Heals finds a way to survive, ran out of stage for that hydroplane. But this Nair should do it, and it does with gusto, finding a big down tilt pickup on the DI in and double jump Nair, finishing off game number 3 in favor of GREMLINMAN.
Yeah, this is where things get kind of tense as we go into game number 4. We're taking it to Jules Vale, and this is HealsGood's choice. We have to see what happens here. Already the pressure on ledge is enough to make me sweat, and we have to deal with some of this pressure as well on the other side. Feels like HealsGood, once we get one advantage state, like, we're off to the races. Honestly, we're stringing together like 10, 12 hits at a time.
Heals has always been, throughout this entire bracket, has just been a manifesto of the different combo routes that Clairen has at her disposal. Picking up on like different DI, utilizing the DI lines that are clear and in view whenever you find a hit, especially when you land any one of those tippers. Like it is nice stuff to see someone be as fluid with this character as Heals is. Another player as fluid with this character.
Certainly,
same thing.
And of course, being able to like burst off the stage, like you saw how quickly you go from one side of the stage to the other. That stuff is not easy to do.
100% here, Nerf. Same thing can be said for GREMLINMAN, though, who's been very, very fluid in his own right honestly just held back by how wide some of these stages are, given how slick his movement has been. Like, actively running out of space to move, and that costing him damage.
Ooh, but we're just going to be able to up special right through that, and then gets a wonky hit of the down strong, but still does the job. And it's all good. We're going to take that first stock, but looks like GREMLINMAN not far behind. Good crouch cancel on that one to get yourself a down tilt, something to start yourself off with, to get yourself closer to a potential kill confirm. Up throw into up air won't be enough here, but we are going to get the juggle here. It's not over just yet, but how quickly HealsGood is able to turn this into a couple good tippers, and then that's 50%. Nothing to sneeze at.
Just simple forward tilt, though. Back air into forward tilt is a true block string, and you're dropping the shield a little bit too soon. He did the thing. So if you do the hydroplane spot dodge, you get like 13 frames of invulnerability and able to just pass through so much. And for a character that likes to hold his own, that can be a really hard thing to play around. And I'm really glad that Ether Studios has kept that in, allowing Orcane just even more flexibility.
Yeah, definitely one of those characters that has some like insane tech, you know, stuff that is so very good, unique, niche, whatever you want to call it. It's all useful, but side special, we're starting to get that effectively punished, I would say. It's becoming a little bit too telegraphed. I think HealsGood is just caught up on the patterns of recovery that GREMLINMAN has been kind of committing to. Yeah,
those side specials are not going to be as free as they had been in previous matches and even previous games. Oh, what a pickup! That was again off of just jab, tipper jab, 48%.
Right. That's true, you know, and almost anything in Clairen's kit can be comboed off of, just because you are able to, you know, follow up on the DI. You're able to find the movement as well.
GREMLINMAN, though, getting a little too eager when it comes to this ledge play, trying to find a down tilt. The nair out of shield too soon, and HealsGood plays around it beautifully. One stock away from getting this to a pivotal game 5. Loser goes home at 4th place, forcing the teleport out. Oh, but a nice catch there on the double jump. Re-grabbing ledge time and time again, and the teleport is going to force back off stage, yet we still kept all of our resources, and still the stock is not lost up until that back air, making him work extra hard for it, but Heals is still in control.
Yeah, HealsGood going to be able to close that game out with a nice little setup. The full charge on that up strong going to be able to come in clutch and take that one out. I mean, honestly, it's just one of those things that, you know, I definitely feel like this is one of those things that is, again, it's like so back and forth as a matchup, but we're starting to see HealsGood like really push the advantage state farther and farther, and I think this is getting tougher for GREMLINMAN.
Yeah, and taking advantage of Orcane, despite being a slippery character to pin down. Once you get your hit, Orcane's typically seen as a pretty favorable combo weight. So, and, you know, Heals is just kind of letting that rock. Oh, nice ledge steal. Ledge grab, edge hog, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Still, though, that is a great tool to have here against Clairen, but we talked about how it is still tough because, you know, you grab it too early and all of a sudden it doesn't work out. The delay for HealsGood off stage has been decent enough, just trying to mix up the timings on the side special into wall jump, into etc.
I can't believe he caught the ledge special too, and GREMLINMAN, they are fighting for their life, finally able to make it back with a couple teleports. Forcing the jab out, trying to take advantage of Rockwall just that little bit. Oh no, missed the Dacus. That's so tough, Nerf.
Yeah, that's really tough because you know that's like a great setup, and you want that every time, but missing out on the dash and actually not getting the Dacus itself is really tough.
Drop zone there, teleport back.
There's no way.
The benefit of Orcane, you can go as deep as you want as long as you got that puddle online, and we're going right into the blender again is what I would say, if not for that nice DI down into up tilt. Both players making it back.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, as soon as you see GREMLINMAN go for the teleport back, like, they instantly drop another puddle. That's just knowing what your win cons are and saying like, look, I'll get this freebie, but I'm not gonna like let this slide. I'm gonna instantly get this back up and use it for aggression next time. Like, I mean, I might not have to use it for defense. I want to be able to get something. A free recovery is always nice, but you know, we can always get more. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no recovery's free when HealsGood is on the case. Not letting anybody buy him if he can help it. Oh, big back air pickup into hitfall fair one. Okay, nice pickup, forcing the teleport immediately. The puddle is out yet again, but forcing these teleports gives you opportunity from just a time standpoint. You get time to recover back to stage or to take center stage yourself. And that's certainly something that Heals is taken to the bank right now, but the nice spacing, getting snatched up by that back throw, grabbing ledge, GREMLINMAN needing this edge guard. The rolls even seem to be scouted, but both players picking that option a little too quickly.
Oh, great tech on the side as well. We are ready for every eventuality. Now we've got the puddle there, but we ended up dropping it again and instantly popping with the down special. Oh, we almost got that air dodge called out, and yet no trigger pulled from GREMLINMAN, unfortunately. So that means that HealsGood able to just find a reset in the neutral. Try to wait for something here. A lot of shield from both players. Neither of them really want to show their hand too quickly, but it is going to be HealsGood who gets this potential but not enough distance covered. This is the problem with like a long stage, a very large stage like this, is like you can't both threaten Orcane when they are off stage and also cover the puddle because it's usually on the other side of the stage and it's so far away.
Yeah, you gain a semblance of stage control sometimes, but it's a cold comfort when you have Orcane able to just slip and slide and get right back into center and right back in your face with that big down strong, but we're not too far behind as HealsGood chops down the teleport yet again. Not allowed to get away with that recovery route. You need to commit to the teleport if you want to get back safely. Though, oh man, 42%. Oh my god. Damn.
With the back air as well? Oh my gosh. Like, past these confirms, like, these platforms are so good.
Yeah.
Okay, he has to do that there.
Yeah, Heals needs something big in himself. Barely missing the spacing on that deck. It's just a little too far into the down throw. GREMLINMAN absolutely cooking, but a beautiful tech and no puddle.
That is crazy. Didn't have the puddle, and all of that slick movement that GREMLINMAN was exhibiting at the end of the game to go for the slide off ledge hog, it did not work.
Committed too hard to the edge guard, which he felt was sealed, and it almost was, but just a little too lost in the sauce. Didn't play it like every other edge guard attempt that as you pointed out earlier, Nerf, where it's I go deep, I get a hit, or I don't get a hit, and then I immediately teleport back, set up puddle, lather, rinse, repeat. We forgot to lather. We just repeated.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is just